Hi guys, today is hope you are doing well. Today we are going to simply explore the code within the fire detection. Means we have to find out the which photograph of containing frame which is containing a fire on or not. Which is simply like a fire detection system. Simply we are going to calculate which is the fire, which is not the fire. I'm going to calculate that one based on the data set we have to provide it. And for that purpose, I'm simply going to need a library for plotting that graphs and as well as the indexing those numbers. I'm going to simply import in the libraries that way that I wanted. First one is the matplotlib by plot as a PLG, and then I'm NumPy is for indexing the arrays and creating the arrays. Pandas is for creating a list that is going to be extract the futures, and sklearn for including botting models like logistic chain and SVM, random forest, the decision tree, etc., etc. And confusion matrix, we're going to form a confusion matrix at the end. We are going to print that we are going to as print the accuracy and the model test and train accuracies, test and scores. For that, we are going to simply the sklearn matrix for classification, report, and confusion matrix. Okay, first we are going to import one is that we are going to ignore that E is going to be matplotlib line. And first of all, I'm going to set up a column that is going to be 1,000 columns and but I'm going to minimize the column that we are going to extract the future that we are going to minimize and neutralize the columns that are we going to extract from the forest file, I mean CSV files. Okay, for that purpose, I'm going to write this code. And the second one is that we're going to read the CSV file on the data set. For that, I'm going to read the data set by pad.read.csv, and I'm going to print the first 15 tables. That is going to be this like this. Here we can see correctly see the indexing is 0, starting from 0, and X, comma, Y, and month, March, day, Friday. FMB says these are the values that are going to be. PC means ISO temperature, harsh wind, rain area. We are going to predict the fire based on these values. Based on these values. For suppose the temperature is going to be more than around more than like 100 or more than 100, that is going to be fire or wind, or we're going to extract the features that we're going to be used in the data set. And shape is supposed to be 517 rows, 13 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means we're going to index it from rows. So we're going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 13. The rows that are 517 columns. That's such a crunchy number. And we are going to simply columnize that is going to be Thursday replaced with the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is going to be we are going to extract the futures. That means we are going to extract the future based on the numerical values. Here we perfectly as clearly see the day and month column, which is in the order of characters. That means the lectures. First of all, I'm going to day column. In this day column, I'm going to name it as weekends. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the months are supposed to be 1 to 12. That we're going to keep like this. Friday, it means in week, that is going to be 5. And Tuesday, it means going to be 2, right? And month, March is supposed to be 3, and October is supposed to be 10. You can quickly see that I'm going to append these numerical values to this month and day. The next thing I'm going to do is describe that each have countable mean, standardized deviation, standard deviation, minimum score, maximum score, as well as the 50% out of the percentage values I'm going to print and the description of this total descriptions. And the second thing, given the in the area of month, we are going to create a function that is going to be If the value is 1, that is going to be fire. If the value is 0, there is no fire. Yeah, for that purpose, I'm going to write this code, and we're going to simply output is, yeah, the value is supposed to be is that less than 0, that is going to be 0. What if the value is supposed to be more than 0, that is going to be 1. For that, I'm going to simply print first 100 values. Sorry, it's not 100, but says we're going to run it again, run all. Yeah, we have perfectly clear all these coding. That means we're going to simply modify that we going to want. And after creating these 20 values, and I'm going to describe that mere standard deviation of that value, and I'm going to print the correlation. And we are going to fire start data set. We are going to print the correlation between them. That means how much value that is supposed to be indexing from which day to which day the fire supposed to be in the photograph containing of fire. That means based on these values, we are going to predict this is supposed to be fire or not. Here, the J and R are supposed to be in the minus values. We are going to append and the scalar point to between them. For the purpose of scale and pre-processing for standardized means we are going to standardize that we are going to standardize these values in supposed to be output is supposed to be 1. For that purpose, I'm going to introduce a standardized scalar, and the fires drop output is equals to that means yeah, that is supposed to be like this. The next thing I want to do is print the we are going to train the model, and we're going to find the model. For the training model, we are going to split the data into test data into train data. Well, first train data, it is having 200. It is having for training data, it is having 75, 65% training data and say the 35% of test data. Okay, and the next thing we're going to import a logistic regression. First, I'm gonna use the minimal algorithm. First one is the logistic regression, which we all know what that logistic regression means. We are going to depend on the past values, and according to that, we are going to predict the sub. We are going to predict the output. And for that purpose, I'm going to do logistic regression. I'm going to train this by logistic regression, and I'm going to predictions by X test. And after the training, I'm going to predict them based on the test values. And I'm going to print precision, recall, accuracy. Yeah, precision, recall, and accuracy is supposed to be 55. It's supposed to be so low. So, well, I'm going first thing, I'm going to print like a prediction class label that is supposed to be. These labels are the numbers of this one, this one. We count it. These are the columns that are going to be on this. Simply count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. 13 columns. I'm going to print that based on these values. I'm going to predict there is a fire or not. Okay, right? There's no fire. There's fire. Okay, right? Yeah, perfectly clean. Then second thing, second model we use is K nearest names, KNN simply. For that purpose, I'm going to introduce the model and training the explain per pattern, and I'm going to error rate. That means error rate is supposed to be 0.5. I'm going to print it the plot that means supposed to be this is the values. That means here these the fire the error rate between the 0 and 20 is supposed to be very high on the 0 2 and in 80 to 100. I'm going to predict the accuracy that is supposed to be 0.50. It is very low. Then it is much lower than the longitudinal compression. I'm going to predict some nearest numbers that is going to be based on these values. I'm going to predict it's supposed to be 51. I'm going to predict that is safe. This is supposed to be this indexing value is supposed to be safe. And another value is supposed to be no on fire. And the next thing is supposed to be SVM support vector mission. Support vector mission. That's nice. This model is of accuracy 61%, which is supposed to be very high. But, based on Indian model, this model is the highest score, like containing 61%, 61% accuracy. And I'm going to next thing, which is supposed to be decision tree. Yeah, the same score. We have simply made the model. That means importing the model, train that model. I'm going to accuracy, print the accuracy precision, and I'm going to matrix it. That means they're going to predict based on the training and accuracy rate. Yeah, this accuracy containing, sorry. Yeah, this one. This is having a 0.53 accuracy, which is supposed to be real. Then the SVM. Mm, 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 mm. It is a okay, and then last but not least is the naive bias algorithm for the accuracy. It is having a 58% accuracy, and we're going to print it like this. Naive bias under the naive bias. It is supposed to be saying that on fire, based on these values, it is going to predict if it's a fire or not. And the last one on our list is this random forest, and the accuracy is 57. Out of these models, which was the highest decision rate, most of the accuracy is SVM, most used algorithms in the machine learning. I get it all now. Like this is supposed to be code, and you get it on under that code. That means it is supposed to be. I don't understand a thing about it, which is why I'm going to simply making an app that is using to predict the images of containing how much fire in that image. For that, just simply move on to the app that is going to use and browse the files that are going to predict the okay 10. Done it? Yeah, 0.22 containing the file. Simply we downloaded some file, the file images. Okay, which ways that I use? Okay, yeah. Sorry. Simply images, file images, files. And we are going to simply download this image. And for saving for 23, going to browse that file. That we're going to predict the fire, how much fire it can do. Simply move on to this one. There's a fire. Nice. Right. I'm going to upload a new one that is going to be oh, nice. And as well as object tracking. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So, so press fire, training, testing fire, no fire. We are going to simply for no fire, that is going to be open, browsing. There's no fire. That means there is no fire, it is going to be nothing to be, nothing to indicate it. Okay, right? And as well as some fire in it, some fire, some fire supposed to be like this. It detects smoke as well as some fire. Okay, next we're going to simply like moving on to the next one. Forest fire and raining and validation, no fire. And we're going to do that. Like we're going to simply made in nothing to be scared. And I'm going to enter the URL. Okay, and copy link, let's say copy link, copy into this copy link. Okay, simply paste the URL. Okay, well, it is such a nice thing. Like I see in this video, we're going to simply learn something new, right? I here you get to you want the code. I simply mentioned in the description box. I in the YouTube box. Here you're going to click the video and watch it again and test it your own space. Thank you guys for viewing this video. Happy signing off. I'm signing off. Thank you.